21 is a good example where you just kind of need to trust how the SAT works and know that this is probably not about the passage. It's telling us to look at the figure. We should just focus on the figure. But it does seem a little difficult to understand. So when I read the question, they're talking about who's surveyed. Got it. That's what the passage, the figure is about. And we want to know what they're most skeptical of. Well, I don't see anything about skepticism on the graph itself, right? They didn't use that literal word, and so it's not quite like question 19 where everything was very literal about where to look. We're going to have to be a little bit more creative here. But we should try to use a dumb summary. Is skeptical a good thing or a bad thing? It's a bad thing. It's negative, right? So if you're skeptical of something, you don't believe it's true. So if I look at these predictions in the legend here, positive, positive, negative, and don't know is maybe a question mark, maybe negative, depending on how you're looking at it. Skeptical also kind of means you don't know something or you don't believe it. So there seems to be a clear division between the skeptical answers and the non-skeptical. But again, this feels kind of like an assumption. I don't know for sure, but it's a dumb version of what's going on. And so I'm trusting that the question is as easy as I think it is and just kind of going with the dumb version of my understanding. And that's okay, because if we look at it then, we're looking for where there's the most no's. And so that's the shaded and the diagonal. And so that's right here. That's the biggest no grouping that we have. And so that's the driving style. And so that's choice D. And that's the answer. So there you go. I don't waste too much time trying to understand this in depth here. The simple answer is usually the right one on the figure questions. When we're doing more like line reference stuff with the passage, we do need to be more picky about the wording. But this is a case where just because I've taken so many SATs, I know how they build these questions. Usually if it's just a figure or a graph on the reading and writing section, it's pretty straightforward. Just assume the dumbest thing possible. It's probably right. And sure enough, it works here.